Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today it's a quick birthday card, but I'm going to show you how to make a shadow. I think you can see that very lovely, the shadow. So let's get started. We're using the designer series paper, the one that come in the pack that I absolutely love, the Saran Scenery. And it comes 6 by 6. Well, we're going to cut our paper at 3/7/8 because I just want a little bit of a border and I want it on the long way, my card. So your image go the long way. We're going to cut at 3/7/8. So it's just above the 4 there. Cut that there. Turn this around and we're going to go at 5 1/8 because I just want a tiny border of my early espresso. So my early espresso for my mat in the back gonna be 4 by 5 1/4. So now see the card is pretty much done. Those prints are so lovely. But for the inside I want 5 1/2. So I'm using that strip by 1. I just want a little strip inside and I'm gonna cut that at 1. So now I get a little strip for the inside. We're going to move that aside, and I'm going to show you how to do the Stampin'-Up-a-jig. Let me wash that so then you can see from the start. I thought I don't have to wash it, but I might as well show you. I just use my stamp cleaner, and it come right off. And you get a side that it's rough and a side that it's smooth. I like to stamp the side that it's smooth, so then it's easier. See here, it's still dirty back there. I don't know what gets stamped there, but so I rather use the smooth side. Now the Stampin'-Up-a-jig, what you have to remember, it's the corner of the tools, nothing to do with the corner of your paper, and that seemed to be the problem, that people say I cannot use mine. And then we're going to use the big happy birthday. It's funny because I don't have it here. It is, I don't know why. We're going to use the big happy birthday. It's the single stamp, this stylized birthday. And I'm going to use early espresso because that's what we're going to use on the card. So I'm going to go ahead, stamp that there. So you see, I went in the corner of the tools. And the plastic, you put it right at the corner. So then you know it's positioned correctly. Now, we're going to stamp. Well, first let's stamp, because I cannot mount it when we're going to stamp on the white because it's going to be wet. Let's stamp the sun first, and then we're going to mount our card and finish the rest because it's going to take a little bit to dry when we do the shadow. So for the sun, I'm using Wherever You Go. Yes, I'm using the stamp set a lot. I absolutely love this sun ray there. So the sun's going to be stamped in crushed curry, and we're just going to stamp that right in the corner here, right here, et voila. So now I got a good imprint of the sun. Let's mount that together, and then we're going to do the card. So it measures 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. Must have cleaned my stamp around this. I get little dots. It's good. Now we're going to mount our early espresso. Again, that measure 5 1/4 by 4. Put that right here. And our paper, our designer paper, the Serene Scenery, I'm going to put this right here. So you see, I just get a little bit border. Sometimes you don't want a big border. Okay, now let's stamp in early espresso first. And the first time you stamp, you don't use the Stampin'-Up-a-jig. So I'm going to come here, stamp my happy birthday. Et voila. Now make sure that, you wash your stamp, because we're going to stamp with white ink now, craft white. All the stamping supplies that I'm using going to be on my blog. You can look below the description, or you can click on the little eye on top, and that's going to bring you right at the right place to get the supplies list. Let's remove this here. Oh, might as well do the inside, because let's now I just got snail, and I'm just going to put a little strip right here. Here we go. I must have cut it at 5 1/4 instead of 5 1/2, but it still looked very lovely. Oh, it looks like I'm off a bit. That's okay. Okay, now we get the white craft ink. So the sun is here, it's going to give a shadow that way. So what I'm going to do, it's place this, and I'm going to bring that closer, and I'm going to go back. You see now under, so I'm just going to go off a little bit for my white. Now I'm going to put that here. Now I know it's about positioned the way that I want. Now keep your finger on the plastic here. Take your tools, put that right at the corner. Oops. Let me move that again. Here, oops, a little bit more there. Now I get a good shadow. You're going to remove the plastic. You keep your finger on the Stamp-a-ma-jig so it won't move. Now I'm going to ink my stamp with white ink. And go the corner of your stamp and the corner of the tool, bring that together, go down. Now you can remove that if it's in the way. Et voila! You get the perfect shadow. So again, it is the corner of the tool with the stamp. A lot of people tend to put that at the corner of the paper. That's a no-no. So the tools, this go there, the corner of this, and then your stamp set go at the corner of this. That's how to operate the Stampin'-Up-a-Jig. So after I was done, and the white, when it dry, it would be lighter. So you could always use the heat embossing tool to dry it, but I'm not in a rush. I'm using the Wink of Stella. Yes, I'm a fan of Wink of Stella. And many people say, what is the Wink of Stella? It's like a shimmer paint on a fine tip brush. What I did just little, maybe if I bring it closer, just little line. Oh, I cannot do that way. Going to do the top here. Just little line of shiny. So it's going to bring the shine of the sun. It's just add a little bit, but it add quite a bit. And then I could do all my writing too. So when it's done, you can you see the shimmer a little bit? I think here you can see very well. And on the happy birthday, I get a bit of shimmer too. Oh, you can see this way, see? So that's what I done. Very simple card, not much work at all. Really, it would be a stamp on the go. It's just I use a little bit more supplies than normal for a stamp on the go, but really it is very quick. After you learn to use this Stampin'-Up-a-Jig, it's going to become maybe your best friend. When I remember to use it, I absolutely love it. Another way that I think this is great, it's when you're all done with your card and you're ready to put your sentiment like inside. You stamp your sentiment how often you're off. I know myself, I'm off more than I'm straight. But if I take the time to use the Stampin'-Up-a-Jig, it is lovely. One thing, you can take window sheet with the Stampin'-Up-a-Jig. You can take window sheet, cut a piece. It don't have to be this big. You can cut even half of that. And let's say that a stamp set, it have to be mounted in wood to work. You can leave it in here. You can even stamp with stays on, so it's going to stay there all the time. So when you want to use it, it's ready to go. The reason why I say wood, it's because if you use on a clear stamp, you're never going to mount it at the same correct place. So that cannot be done. But any wood stamp that you have, you can keep a clear sheet already stamped in your pack in your stamp case, so then when you're ready to use it, you don't have to have the, you know, the first step to stamp and line it up. It's going to be lined up every time the same. So this is my little tip for today on how to use the Stampin'-Up-A-Jig and an easy card. Again, it's still the celebration of my birthday, so make sure to hop on my blog to see all what's going on. And again, to wash this, a little spritz there, or you can run it under water, whatever, and just wipe it. Boom, you're ready for another one. Thank you so much for your support, and have a lovely week, my friends. Bye-bye.